I just wanted to play video games.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Honey Badger Arcade. My name is Brian, the Doge in charge, and I got something to show you guys today, so please hit that like button if you don't mind, and let's get into this. Alright, so in the world of gaming, we got this little game called Minecraft.
Chicken jockey!
In Minecraft, they have like a marketplace, and they use different sort of authors or creators, so people can make their own sort of content on their marketplace. It's like an in-game store that lets you get like new textures, worlds, skins, maps, things like that to like enhance your Minecraft experience. Minecraft itself is actually one of the creators, so they occasionally make things, and they made a thing that I guess they thought was going to hit with the kids. It's called Lessons in Good Trouble. And I am not kidding. This is officially put out by Minecraft. It's a real thing. And remember, there's still a lot of really young people that play Minecraft, so this is kind of aimed at the kids. You guys remember how successful the movie was with Jack Black, so, not a small thing. So, Lessons in Good Trouble. What is it? Well, it's got 4 out of 5 stars, so that sounds really great. And it's free, so that's interesting. Details. Discover the meaning of good trouble by bringing civil rights movements to life in this powerful educational experience. Step into watershed moments, march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge with John Lewis, and stand up for girls' education with Malala Yousafzai. And join Nelson Mandela's fight against apartheid. Learn how everyone has the power to stand up for what's right. Whoa. So here's a little trailer of the thing in question, so you guys can see it. So walk with civil rights leader. This looks like so much fun, guys. Don't you just love escapism? I like to get away from the real world every so often and hang out with Rosa Parks on the bus and try to sit at the front. This is beyond new levels of cringe. And by the way, Rosa Parks, I'm pretty sure was a psyop, the whole thing. Rosa Parks had a husband. They were already prominently involved with communist movements before the bus incident happened, and they owned a car. So there was almost no reason for her to take a bus, unless it was specifically to get a media firestorm. And that's what it was. I remember talking to Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson a while back, years ago. I interviewed him. I've interviewed him a couple of times, actually. And he was alive during this time period, and he told us that the Rosa Parks thing is a psyop. It was like a setup specifically to create media buzz, which is why every so often they have to remind us of this terrible, terrible thing that happened.
We're telling you, boy, get to the back of the bus.
Who told you
Why
that?
do you think she stood up? Why do you think Rosa Parks stood up and said no more of this? Did you have to sit up at the theater at the top and go through the back door?
It was
Could you go to
fun.
the front? Just
No
think
one
about it.
ever. No, I have to think about it. I grew up in it. No one ever said, "Boy, get up and go to the back of the bus." No one ever said that to me in my whole life. When I went to the movie theater once down in Eufaula, Alabama, we couldn't sit together with the white folks. We had to sit in the balcony. But I was a teenager. That was fun. So he's lying about that. Let me tell you why Rosa Parks stood up on the bus and said, "Oh, I'm tired of this." It was planned by the NAACP. And as a matter of fact, they had chosen another woman to do it. And just before she did it, they found out that that black woman was pregnant out of wedlock.
Well, you let him hit it raw, no second thoughts, and now you're a single mom. You're gonna have this kid if he's here or not, but you'll be a single mom. You say that he a narcissist, but I don't wanna hear it, because you pregnant, you bout to have his kid. You say that he a narcissist, but I don't wanna hear it, because you pregnant, you bout to have his kid.
They like, ain't nobody gonna step there for some pregnant black woman trying to stand up and talk about she's tired. And they found Rosa Parks to do it. And they tried to portray it. Rosa was just so tired. And she was coming home from work one day, Lord, I ain't sitting back in this bus anymore.
Again, it was all a media frenzy. And if I remember correctly, Malala Yousafzai is in the Epstein files because her foundation works very closely with Israel and Mossad. So that's kind of questionable as well. And but yeah, like let's make good trouble, guys. This totally looks like something the kiddies would like, and is not at all just like you know, a more propaganda to shove down our throats. You know, I have said that every few months, almost every season or whatever, during the news cycles, there has to be a new thing to get upset about, a new current thing. And there was someone who made a really great video clip that I'm going to insert here that tells you exactly how this works.
We're in the Bolshevik War right now, bro. And right now what's coming up is all the pride stuff is going to be... Okay, so I had this woman come on my podcast. Her name's Mel K. She goes, I've been talking to some people in the intelligence, and they go, this gay pride stuff is going away. And the next thing you're going to see are immigration riots. This is going to be right around the next election. So, hand to God, we do this episode. Next day, Starbucks is like, we're banning all the pride stuff. And now you start seeing these, they're putting little breadcrumbs out, man. Little breadcrumbs. Oh, I saw this one thing in Chicago. Oh, yeah, illegal immigrants are upset about where they're staying. And these illegal immigrants who speak no English are holding up perfectly written English signs saying we're tired of how we're being treated. And now you're starting to see this over and over again. Eric, so everyone's always like, when all these Republican governors are like sending these immigrants all over the country, everyone's like, yeah, you're showing those Democrats. Bro, they're moving assets. I know it sounds crazy, but that is 100%
What do you mean they're moving assets? What do you mean?
Dude, these guys coming into the country, bro, have you seen them? A lot of them are Chinese, and a lot of them are military-age people.
Too.
And I'm telling you, they're moving, and this is what's going to be right around 2024 election. Immigration riots, people going nuts, and as listen to this, and you'll start seeing all the little breadcrumbs. I'm telling you, that's what they want you to think.
You're buying it.
Oh, I thought
They're
I was
moving assets, bro.
You're the puppet.
They're moving assets.
What do you mean, like military people?
Dude, study the Bolshevik War. It is happening in real time. 100%.
But
I just wanted to get that out to everybody because I'm trying to warn people. This is what's next.
So there you have it. But all is not lost. It looks like Minecraft is cooked, guys. But all is not lost because I think the kids are going to be okay. And why do I say that? Well, the kids are actually playing Roblox now. And in the world of Roblox, they're conducting ice raids. So I think the kids are going to be all right. Let's take a look at this really quick, too. That's I love it. You love to see it. So it looks like Roblox is actually better than Minecraft. I don't know, just going off of my first impressions here. I'm an old guy. I don't play either of these games, but it's interesting to see. So yeah, it looks like this just sort of leans into the thing that I was saying before. You know, video games, unfortunately, like it or hate it, currently it is the frontier for propaganda now. It is the current frontier because it is what young people are doing. I mean, heck, old people are doing it. I think, you know, Epstein was a gamer. So let's just let that sink in. And that means that it's going to be the current sort of like, you know, ground from which all of this is going to come from. And we just have to be discerning, and we have to be vigilant, and we have to be ever watchful of this kind of stuff. So, you know, if you guys know anything about the sort of like, I guess what I would say, the lies behind some of the civil rights leaders that they're sort of, you know, spotlighting in this Minecraft update or DLC or whatever the hell it is, let me know in the comments. I also know Nelson Mandela, not a nice guy. Not not the guy that they presented us in Hollywood. I know it's crazy. I know Hollywood, they tend to be a little dishonest. I know that's wild, but just something to think about. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Did you guys know about this? What are your thoughts on the Minecraft thing? What are your thoughts on the Roblox thing? And please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Long live Vivian.
I just wanted to play video games.
So, I mean, yes, he's a photogenic guy. He's got a nice smile. I don't know, if I'd been involved in bombing and if I'd started an organization that ended up slaughtering a whole bunch of kids, I'm not sure that having smiley photo ops with the Spice Girls would be #1 on my list if I had been addicted to violence as a solution. And of course, if I had placed myself at the head of a country that was now the #1 murder and rape and sexual abuse capital of the world, I am not sure that I would be grinning like a sociopathic idiot all around the world and taking everybody's applause and praise when I had used a lot of violence in my youth, I had refused to renounce violence in my middle age, and I had engendered a system which had destroyed the remaining economy and freedoms of South Africa and resulted in a crime-based society that is only limited by the statistics of crime in South Africa is only limited by the fact that very few people even bother going to the police anymore. The reality is that it is a murder pit and a rape pit, the entire country, pretty much. Now, I think it's enormously dangerous to venerate this. I sort of make this last point that when you live in a profoundly sick society, and we do, frankly, live in a profoundly sick society, you have to be very wary of people venerated by sick societies. Sick, evil, immoral, wretched societies tend not to worship really moral, virtuous, stand-up kind of people. So when you see a lot of praise coming out of the media for Nelson Mandela, you have to be very careful. It's like the praise that was given to Gandhi, which perhaps we can do another show on, another charlatan and an extremely dangerous human being. So you really do have to be quite skeptical. I think it's very dangerous to venerate somebody who was so committed to violence and who used such violence in the seizure of private property as the president of South Africa in pursuit of his socialist, which is basically a theft-based political agenda. You really do have to be careful when he did not renounce violence, when he enthusiastically sang songs about murdering whites. This is a very dangerous person to hold up, because I'm telling you, people, there are young people the world over who are constantly scanning for the values of society. And if you praise somebody committed to violence, who had a violent regime, whose regime has resulted in more violence than was ever imaginable under the apartheid system, well, whoever you praise, the youth will emulate.